Good easy motion out wide, and Edberg opens up quickly. 15 love. Clean ace.
Pretty good start. 2 big first serves, and he's up 30 love right away. Edberg with a very high toss, you're going to see, in a deliberate motion there. Holds his racket down low, then comes through the topspin American twist wrist action. There it is again, ace again, and that's by the toss and the way he snaps his wrist. Lendl, excuse me, is a little bit unnerved.
Fine, just looking over. Not too happy there. Oh.
That's the great forehand of Ivan Lendl. He catches it early.
14-15.
And he really likes to read the return on that forehand side. If he can get out in front of it, he can hurt you with it, as you saw. Probably the fittest player in tennis, Ivan Lendl, and the #1 player on anyone's ranking.
Good volley, and so Stefan Edberg in quickly holds serve. It is 1 love, first set. We'll be back after these messages from your local cable systems.
Good times ain't hard. Good friends in the hot, hot sun. Oh, doesn't matter where we are. It's my good friends that make it all fun. Oh, that's like the ice. Tastes smooth and light. Right out of the ice. Goes down so nice. Love that's like the ice.
National Stadium. Lendl with the break now, leading 2-1 first set. This is best of 3 sets for the championship of the Seiko Super Tennis from Tokyo, Japan. Ooh, and Edberg tries to overhit that backhand coming in behind it, misses it. It's 15 love. Good approach. Lendl missing on the backhand. 15 all. Edberg now needs to get back in this set. He's down a break. Lendl with the sawdust. Boy, he uses a lot of sawdust during the match tunnel. They have to have special guys with those brushes to clean up the court every time he finishes serving.
Lendl's dead serious this week, having come off a win in Sydney last week at the Grand Prix Championships there, and he beat Pat Cash in the finals, so he was quite pleased with that. He hadn't played Cash since Wimbledon, and he beat him in Australia in his home court 6-2, 6-4, 6-4. He dominated him there last Sunday, and I know he was pleased with that.
Lendl missing with that forehand, now down 15-30. Let first serve. Oh, it's going to go wide.
But Edberg's playing him right, Barry. He's trying to keep the ball deep with big looping shots, and then he attacks any kind of short ball. See the forehand there now. That's a very unusual kind of stroke. He takes the racket up very high on the backswing, then comes through flat with a little topspin roll at the end. big margin of error on that forehand side.
1540. Oh, and Lendl with a lucky let cord there. What a time for it.
Well, this is a break point, and he got away with it, that let cord. Now Lendl, another break point against him, 30-40. And Edberg there gets the ball back short, and Lendl with the little let cord, it drops in and close to the net. No play for Edberg.
Still down. Break point, 30-40. You see how far back Edberg is on that return of serve. Way behind the baseline. Oh, yes. Clean winner.
And what a big point, Barry. Game point. Edberg hits a perfect shot.
2 games.
And so Stefan Edberg breaks right back. Watch it again here.
Now he sets the racket on the backhand side. Look how he uses his left hand to get the racket in position. Great grip there where he comes through. A lock wrist. Beautiful weapon on the backhand side of Edberg.
2-all, first set. Lendl fires that racket down. No call from the umpire. I guess that wasn't really what you call racket abuse, just a little bit disgusted.
He was caressing it there. He was not abusing it.
Is that what you call it?
Who knows? It's a judgmental call whether it's racket abuse or not. That is deemed not to be. Edberg doesn't care. He just keeps hitting winners. Boy, he's picked up his play here the last 3 games.
30, love.
Stefan Edberg out early before this match, warming up with his coach, Tony Pickard from Great Britain. Lendl came out about 20 minutes later and had a little warm-up with Sammy Jamalva, who'll be playing later in the doubles. Oh, yes. Clean winner up the line off the Lendl forehand.
30-15.
Now watch Lendl there. He moves with the forehand grip. That's how confident he is. He can change grips. Now you see how he went to the backhand side there after hitting that. He immediately changed grips even before he had won the point.
The ball bounced up high, too, on that return, Donald.
It kicked way up. It's a wood court underneath this carpet, and the bounces are high. You saw perfectly there how he used that high bounce. I love Edberg's backhand volley, Barry. We saw yesterday against Zivo Zinovic.
40-15.
Now watch the toss here. Notice he has the racket hooked down at his right side. He plants himself in there. Look at the backhand. Firm wrist, little punch shot. Perfect volley. I love the way he approaches the backhand volley. Just seems so, reminds me a little bit of Brian Gottfried, who was a great volleyer. Currently, Brian, I think, is the president now of the ATP.
That'll go out, and so Stefan Edberg with a good service game, holds serve. It is 3-2. Edberg leading first set.
Too beautiful. When you first came into view, you got me feeling brand new. Too beautiful.
Its excitement will move you. Its beauty will stop you. The 1988 Chrysler LeBaron convertible and coupe. LeBaron. Beauty with a passion for driving.
Too beautiful.
Yoyogi National Stadium, Yvonne Lendl on your right, Stefan Edberg on the left. Edberg now leading 3-2, first set, as Lendl prepares to serve. Good shot of this center court, a lot of extra running room, and huge high ceiling here at Yoyogi. You can lob that ball up probably 60, 70 feet. Edberg missing with the roll backhand. It's 15-love. The winner of this match will pick up $60,000 US. Runner-up, $30,000. Total prize money here on site, $375,000 at the Seiko Super Tennis in Tokyo. Drop shot. Yes.
I like the way Edberg's playing this match. He used a good mix-up there.
15.
Now watch here. Comes in, and he re-drop shots the ball. That's a perfect play there. Lendl gets it, but Edberg covers the backhand beautifully.
Good anticipation by Edberg there. He moved to his left just as Lendl made that shot. Covered it very well. That's going to go long. Lendl very alert on that volley. As you mentioned at the very start of the show, Donald, good rivalry between these two now. It's becoming more of a rivalry because obviously they get to more finals. They're meeting each other. They've played 9 times, as we've mentioned. Lendl with 6 wins, Edberg with 3.
Barry, what happens, we should explain when you say a good rivalry, a head-to-head rivalry. Both players feel it, and they try a little harder against each other because they know they could just as well be out there next year at the Open or next year at Wimbledon. And so they realize, in respect for each other, they better try to knock them off wherever they play. And it really heightens the pressure.
Edberg not happy with the forehand. If there's one shot in his arsenal that's perhaps a little suspect, it's the forehand. Don't you think, Don, when he has time?
I think it's marginally a lot worse than his backhand. It's only because of his stroke. He has a strange stroke. We'll show that later. And secondly, just as a confidence factor, he doesn't feel he can make the shot on the big point as easily as the backhand. All confidence at this level.
Oh, Lendl lines up the forehand, misses it badly down the line.
14-13.
Still with the lead, 40-30. Sometimes I feel Lendl has a tendency to overhit that forehand. It's a great weapon, but sometimes he just tries to end points with it too quickly.
Well, he's very confident there, and he's occasionally he'll slap at it a little bit too much and doesn't get his shoulder through. Look at the crowd here. Fantastic. About 11,000 people.
You see,
packed house.
11,800 this year, 300 more than the capacity last year. And there it is, Ivan Lendl closing with the forehand volley. And so Lendl holds serve. It is 3 games all. Have another look at this forehand.
He just gets around the ball so well. Notice the topspin. Now he comes in again. He changed that backhand grip as he was running. He is so confident on the forehand side that he likes to keep the backhand grip whenever he has a choice. And that's to compensate a second or two because that's his weaker side. Weakness being all relative.
3-all, first set. Stefan Edberg, current Australian champion, won that event last year in 1986, had a win over Lendl. Here's this camera angle that we mentioned again.
Edberg pounds that backhand cross court, really leans into it well.
If you see that ball go over what looks like your head on that shot from that camera right underneath the net, it's not deceptive. That's a good serve. It's just a very new angle that we haven't seen much before. The Japanese have all the technology these days.
Well, I want to congratulate Mr. Takano, who's the producer of this match of TBS. Mr. Takano of TBS came up with some of these new camera angles, Barry, and he's really ahead of the field on tennis. We have been working with TBS and their broadcasting team for the past 6 years, and we want to thank them for all their cooperation. Mr. Kichi Nakamura is the head of TBS Sports, and he's been very gracious to us during the years.
30.
USA Television's 6th straight year here at the Seiko Super Tournament. Unfortunately, I've been with you most of those 6 years, as a matter of fact, Mr. Dell.
It's a long trip over here. It's a lot shorter going back, it seems, when You got that 14 hours working for you.
Good first serve. Lendl tries the winner off the backhand return, hits the net.
40 love.
And so Edberg quickly to 40 love.
We've had one break each. Second game. And Edberg broke Lendl right back to even it at 2-all.
Lendl just taps that easy shot away.
40-50.
Very serious. Contemplated there is Ivan Lendl. He does not like the start of this match because Edberg gave him that early break and he lost his own serve right back. And he's not very happy with that.
Good shot of Yoyogi there. Look at that sweeping ceiling. Tremendous amount of room indoors here. That's going to go out, and so Stefan Edberg holds serve. He leads 4-3, first set.
Edberg.
Jack Nicklaus, for the first time, reveals his secrets for a winning game on this exclusive 2-hour video cassette. Jack Nicklaus, Golf My Way.
The rules allow 14 different clubs. Fortunately, you only have to learn one swing. But the hard fact is that grip, aim, posture, and ball position account for at least 80% of good shot making. Does this shot scare you? Well, it really shouldn't. Let me show you the short game. Chipping. Its technique is a game in itself. Putting's no different than any other golf shot. This Golf My Way series is the one I've always hoped and planned to do just once in my lifetime. And I'm very excited about the way it's turned out.
Call 1-800-268-6365. Only $89.95 plus $3 per copy for insured shipping. Please specify VHS or Beta. Have your credit card ready and call now. 1-800-268-6365 and ask for operator 5681.
A good look at the full house here at Yoyogi National Stadium. 11,800 strong. This place seated 11,500 last year, but they've squeezed in 300 extra seats this year, and they're all sold. A total sellout here as Ivan Lendl prepares to serve in the 8th game of the first set.
Now, Edberg made an awfully darn good shot, Barry, on the dead run, and Lendl just handled it like a routine volley. Now, see this point again. Edberg on the dead run really hits a good backhand. Look where Lendl is. He not only makes a good volley, it's right smack in the corner.
That was not an easy shot, as you
The
mentioned.
level of tennis the last 3 games has been stupendous here.
15 love.
Japanese fans here, you know, yesterday for the first time in 10 years, they had to close the outside gates. The place was packed.
Good shot of the Lendl grip there on that serve. And Donald, seats are not inexpensive here in Tokyo. This is a very expensive tournament to attend, is it not?
It's very expensive, Barry. The average ticket on a final day average is about $10 or $12, and the best seats go as high as $25 to $30. And of course, the dollar is very cheap over here in a way. The yen's very strong.
Good first serve from Lendl. Goes long, and so Ivan Lendl holds serve at love. It is now 4 games all. First set.
And now it gets nearer and nearer the moment of truth. When you reach about 4 or 5 all, the pressure is really on both players because of tiebreak looming at 6 all in professional tennis, which has really revolutionized the sport. And Barry, when we played, there was no tiebreak.
17-19, 13-11, that kind of stuff. And then good old Mr. Van Allen up in Newport, Rhode Island, pressed ahead with the vast scoring that was the start of it all. No call. Edberg thought it was long. Edberg motioning to Jerry Armstrong. Let's watch it one more time here.
There's the kick there on his serve. Edberg backs up, sets up. He thought the ball was out, and it sure looked out from here. This angle, it just looked about an inch and a half long, Barry.
Definitely looked long, but Edberg loses that point. It's love 15. Big point here at 4-all in the first set. Yes.
And you could hear from the shuffle of his feet, Lendl is going to run that ball down and shove it cross court. The real whack. Now watch here. This is excellent tennis. Edberg tries a drop volley. It's in close. And look at Lendl now. He can go either side. He waits for Edberg to commit himself down the line, and then he cross courts it beautifully.
Love 30. Big points now. Lendl with a chance. Just wide.
Smartly there, Edberg served right at Lendl's left hip. He wanted to handcuff him. Lendl there goes to his normal habit of always looking down at his racket strings. That's just sort of to relax him and give him some time to think between the next point where he's going to play the return. It's become a habit that he's always fixing his strings, but he's really thinking. Again, Edberg, smart serving there, Barry. He did not go for a flat serve. He gave him a high kicker right at him, and he came in fast. Completely mixed up Lendl. The ball kicked high, and he missed the backhand.
Big point. He was down 15-30, and as you mentioned, got that first serve in. It's 30-all.
Boy, Edberg closes quickly. Fault was called, so he's got a second ball. Let's see which side he kicks it to. Probably down the center with a high American twist second serve. Catches Lendl perfectly. That ball was high for him over his shoulder. Lendl doesn't like that on the backhand side. And so from love 30, Edberg escaped back to 40-30. It's a big turnaround on a 4-all game.
Yes, and so Edberg with 4 quick points after being down love 30 pulls that game out. It is 5-4. Edberg leading first set. Let's pause now for a word from your local cable systems.
The Pope, The Pilgrimage, The Video Cassette, an NBC News production exclusively for home video. Preserve the memories of this historic papal visit to America with I Come as a Pilgrim, Pope John Paul II, 1987. A 60-minute NBC News production narrated by correspondent Maria Shriver. An inspirational remembrance of this momentous occasion. A moving portrait of this world figure and devoted church leader. Hear his message of unity and service born to all. Relive the color, the pageantry, the exalting music of this papal mission. As a gift or for your library.
This collector's edition in an elegant gold and printed case is available for only $29.95 plus $3.50 for insured shipping. Please specify VHS or Beta. Have your credit card ready and call now 1-800-268-6365 and ask for operator 5676.
Back at Yo-Yogi Stadium, a good shot of this full house here. Over 11,000 packed in here to watch this final between Stefan Edberg and Ivan Lendl. Lendl preparing to serve, down 4-5.
See how Edberg plays these first 2 points.
Thought perhaps those were new balls, but maybe they're not changing until 11.
11 and 13 maybe.
It's wide.
Now Lendl tried the tougher shot there. He ran the ball down well and then tried to go cross-court sharply angled, and he has to carry it with a lot of topspin. Look at this shot here. Now, Edberg tries it half volley. That's the toughest shot in the game. He makes it easy. And look what Lendl does. He not only runs it down, but he hits a perfect shot, but it was about 2 inches wide. Boy, that's such a tough shot that he went for.
Edberg hit a beautiful half volley to set that point up. Love 15 now. Edberg 3 points away from the first set. Lendl going for the ace down the center. It's wide.
Can't hit many shots better than that one. Great exchange by both players. They hit 2 cross-court backhand to backhand. Then Lendl comes in with this forehand from the baseline. Here comes Edberg attacking the Lendl backhand. Ivan has enough time to set up. Look at the follow-through. That made the shot. Tremendous wrist action up high as he came over his right shoulder. You have to have a wrist of steel to make that shot.
It was almost like an exaggerated follow-through, as you mentioned. I don't think I've ever seen Lendl come through the ball quite like he did on that backhand.
That's where he got the angle, Barry. The ball dropped cross-court, and we're at 15 all here. Now, he completely confused Edberg on that first serve.
30-15.
Pulled the serve out wide, so Lendl from down love 15 now goes up 30-15, trying to get even at 5 games all in the first set here. Oh, he hits him.
That makes Edberg a little angry, I think. Watch here now. Edberg coming in the center. He gets the half volley, shovels it, but not quite deep enough. Lendl goes right at him here. And Edberg tries to get out of the way and still make the volley, but couldn't.
Great camera work there from that tiny camera right underneath the net.
TBS is carrying this picture for us, Tokyo Broadcasting System, and we enjoy working with them. Fabulous set of cameras here. We've got about 6, Barry, which is a lot more than a lot of telecasts, and really seeing great picture work.
Lendl up 40-15, but down 4-5 in games.
Let second serve.
And there it is. Ivan Lendl holds serve as Edberg dumps an easy forehand volley into the net.
5 games.
It is 5 games all. First set. Some great past winners of this championship, going back to 1978, when a guy by the name of Borg won this tournament. Jimmy Connors in 1980. Lendl yelling at himself there. Again, Lendl overhitting with that forehand, well over the baseline. It's 30 love. Certainly Edberg has had to play harder to get to this final, Donald.
He's had a much tougher time than Lendl. He's had 2 3-set matches, beating Anacone in 1, and then yesterday, Zivozinovic, the Yugoslav big server, in the second 3-set struggle, and that was a good match.
just wide.
See, I don't think Lendl has to go for that good a shot, Barry. He is so confident over there on the forehand. Now watch him step. He reads this perfectly, steps in, and boom, he goes for a perfect shot, and it's about an inch wide.
40 love.
Really likes to overhit the forehand, I think.
Both players hitting out on the ball, but Lendl nets the backhand. Edberg holds serve. It's 6-5 here at the Seiko Super Tennis.
There she was, just walking down the street singing.
Silver Eagle Records presents the very best of British rock. 50 original hits by the original stars in this sensational collection. To order, call the number on your screen.
Oh yeah, you really got me now. Bus stop where day she's there, I say, please share my umbrella. Please don't bother trying to find her, she's not there.
This giant TV collection is not sold in stores. You must order now.
In the sunshine of your love.
The very best of British rock. 50 original hits by the original stars on 4 LPs or 3 long play cassettes, just $24.95, or on 2 compact discs, only $29.95. Write or call now.
Back at the Seiko Super Tennis final, Ivan Lendl stepping up to serve, trying to get into the tiebreak. He is down 5-6 in the first set. Stefan Edberg in the near court. This is the finals of the $375,000 Seiko Super Tennis Tournament from Tokyo, Japan. Lendl with the clean winner off the backhand, catches Edberg going in the wrong direction.
15 love.
It's 15 love. One more look here. Watch Edberg. He starts to his left, and Lendl just rifles that ball behind him. He's good at that, Donald. He can wait till the last minute, catch it going the wrong way.
Yeah, he just wrong foot you. It's beautiful. Well, he can hold the ball where he commits himself. Lendl serving to get into a 6-all tiebreak.
A little bit sloppy on that forehand. Took the racket back slow, misses it. It's 15 all. Edberg fakes coming in.
Just
wide.
misses.
30-15.
I sometimes think Edberg hits his forehand on the run better than when he has more time. That shot right there is one of his best if he connects.
I thought he was going to make that shot. I would have brought the house down.
Big point, because it would have given him 15-30. He is not happy with that point at all. Lendl now leading 30-15. Look at the concentration on Edberg. Edberg comes over the forehand, hits it into the top of the net. And so now Ivan Lendl 1 point away from evening this set at 6 all. Lendl looks very relaxed, Donald, for this point in the match. These are crucial points, and yet he looks confident, like he knows exactly what he wants to do out there.
He sure isn't tired at all, that's for.
Let first serve, let court judge there directly beneath Jerry Armstrong, who is in the chair.
In an indoor facility like this, which is fairly cool, Lendl hardly even sweats. No sign of fatigue at all.
Oh, it's going to go wide, and so Yvonne Lendl, after losing a point early there, wins that game easily. It is now 6 games all. This crowd comes alive. We are at the tiebreak.
6 games all, the tiebreak.
Edberg played a tiebreak against Zibijanovic, won at 7-5. And a bad start for Stefan Edberg as he nets fairly easy backhand volley. Lendl up quickly, 1-0. First player to win 7 points, but must have a 2-point margin. Will win this set 7-6. Good first serve from Lendl. Donald, what does Lendl do? I see him sometimes big points. It looks like he's pulling out his eyelashes. I'm not sure that that's what he's doing, but it looks that way.
No, he's just nervous, Barry. It's sort of like a twitch. I mean, he has certain little nervous habits, like right there. So he goes to the sawdust, now he'll fix his racket. That's just a habit. He's just trying to get set up for this next point, and he's thinking, which side am I going to serve to?
Edberg in on a short ball. I thought he was in trouble, but Lendl misses an easy forehand.
That was an easy one for Yvonne. You figured he might even go with a topspin lob there. He has lots of time now. He turns, and he kind of hits a inside-out shot there. He changes his mind at the last moment.
And that ball stayed fairly low. Edberg put a lot of backspin on the approach shot. Edberg serving down 1-2.
Oh, Lendl will get it.
Oh, and he misses the volley.
Boy, Edberg made a great recovery to get across there. I thought Lendl would hit by him. Watch here, because he kicks him wide. Good camera work. Lendl saves it. Lendl on the dead run. Look where he has to hit this shot. Edberg's there, but he nets it on the tape.
3-1 Lendl. I thought Edberg hit a forehand volley on that first ball that looked like it was well wide. And so Edberg, with a good deep serve,
3-2.
wins the point. Lendl still up 3-2. Vaughn taking lots of time here. Oh, yes. Clean winner up the line off the backhand.
4-2.
Players change sides as we look at those beautiful Seiko trophies just down at courtside. Lendl to serve, up 4-2. Look at how far back Edberg is electing to return serve, Donald. I'm amazed that he's back that far.
It's out of respect, I think, for Lendl's first serve. He likes to have a little more time, particularly on the forehand, to get set.
Edberg leaving a lot of room there on the backhand, tempting Lendl to hit into his backhand. Oh, yes.
Now Lendl makes a lucky save there, but that was his quickness, and that ball carried short. Watch here, Lendl coming around, gets the back of the forehand down the line, covers the alley, and he just lunges there. Lucky to get that ball, but it drops over for a winner. Edberg thought he had a winner off that down the line passing shot. But the ball dies in short, and you can't get it on the first bounce.
2-5. Well, that's well over the baseline.
5-3, Lendl.
Lendl has the mini break in this tiebreaker. There's Tony Picard, the British Davis Cup player of many years ago, coaching Stefan Edberg. Travels with him a great deal.
Tony Roach come over with Lendl? He's not here.
Faults.
Oh, a late call. Jerry Armstrong. Edberg not happy at all with that call. It was very late. He thought he had the .1.
I wonder if it was an overrule, Barry. That's what I can't figure, because you can't see the Japanese linesperson from here. Whether he made the call or whether Jerry Armstrong in the chair did.
This is a second serve. Oh, yes. Great volley from Edberg.
Whatever he did, he hit an awfully good second serve, as you're seeing right here. Look at that camera work. Edberg comes in quickly and plays the volley behind Lendl. He is so confident on the backhand volley.
Lendl serving now, up 5-4. Lendl with a big serve deep to the backhand. What a time for a serve like that.
6-4, Lendl.
Look at that very beautiful service motion. Lendl snaps his wrist high up, pumps his left hand there. He loved that first serve, and now he's got his favorite position, serving for the set here at 6-4. He'll take a lot of time here setting up. Very deliberate.
It's good, and so Ivan Lendl wins that tiebreak, plays extremely well, especially with that big first serve, and so Lendl, with the tiebreak win, wins the first set 7-6.
Can your motor oil survive the punishment today's engines dish out? Circulating it twice as fast, working it twice as hard, breaking it down and causing it to lose its viscosity. That's why you need an oil with the additive that does more to help prevent viscosity breakdown. Castrol XLR, the oil engineered for today's cars. Look for Castrol XLR at these and other leading retailers.
You've enjoyed the Canada-Russia Hockey Series of 72. Now thrilled to a brand new home video. Actual TV highlights of the Labatt Canada Cup 87, the Blades of Summer. Watch the greatness of Gretzky, the magic of Lemieux, as Canada again meets the Soviet Union in another super showdown of the world's best. The outcome in doubt until that magic moment of victory. The Labatt Canada Cup 87, the Blades of Summer, or the Canada-Russia Series of 72. Each one-hour video packed with highlights of the two greatest hockey tournaments ever played. Canada Cup 87, the Blades of Summer, or the Canada-Russia Games of 72. Only $29.95 each, plus $3.50 handling. Order yours now. Call toll-free 1-800-268-1121, plus operator number. Order now. Have your credit card ready.
Well, the big board here at Yoyogi tells the story. That's the singles final. A great shot of this beautiful stadium as Stefan Edberg comes over and gets ready to serve in the sixth game of the second set. He's down 2-3, and he's down a set to this gentleman right here, the #1 player in the world, Ivan Lendl. Finals of the Seiko Super Tournament from Tokyo. 60,000 to the winner, 30,000 to the runner-up, and a slew of those Nabisco Grand Prix bonus points, as Donald mentioned, $800,000 to the first place finisher at the end of the year.
Lendl on the dead run hits that sharply angled only because of his footwork.
Love 15.
Now watch him get in position here. He makes the first return short. Now look, he comes all the way around it. He pushes back off his left foot to get back in the court in case Edberg makes the volley. He is so quick to get to that ball early and make it go cross court.
Love 15.
Good serve.
But I think Edberg also was protecting up the line on that last point.
Well, because it was a good approach, and Lendl's running dead speed and out of the alley. You don't figure he's going to make that shot. The cross court angle.
15 all as Edberg backs off. Again, the solid return off the forehand forces the error. It's 15-30.
This service motion here, you see him coming cross court with that first ball. He sets up, keep coming. That's Edberg's style. He's going to always attack on the volley. Keeps moving in. Lendl had a little play there at 15-30. He was trying to get this point. Tremendously high toss. Lendl slow moving to his right. He thought he was going to kick him wide to the backhand. He was not prepared for that slice down the center.
30 all. Interesting angles on those shots. You rarely see a replay like that from the side angle, and it showed how slow actually Lendl moved to his right there. Ooh, and a costly double fault from Edberg. And so now Lendl with a big opportunity. Break point, 30-40.
What a time to serve a double. Edberg's thinking a lot about that. That level of play between these two, you just got to not give away any points on these critical areas. See how Lendl plays it, whether he chips or whether he attacks. And now I think he'll try to step around and hit a forehand, but he will attack this second serve. Edberg really crossed him up. Lendl was sure he's going to go to the backhand. He moved to his left, and suddenly Edberg serves down the center.
Cameron, please keep still.
Now look at Edberg coming in quickly, plays behind.
And while we watch that replay, Lendl looking over at one of the still cameramen on the side, asked him to sit quietly. A lot of still cameras over there. That's long, and so Edberg, from break point down, now has a point to get even at 3 all. And another double fault from Edberg. That is his second of this game. What a time to serve a double. Serving to try and get even at 3 all. He hits that second serve well over the service line.
Good serving when he needs it by Edberg. Pressure here is building because Edberg cannot afford another service break here, or he could be out of the match, and he knows it better than anybody in the stadium. These players know each other's strengths and weaknesses so well.
And Edberg in quickly with a good backhand up the line. And so Stefan Edberg stays alive here in the second set. Watch the concentration.
He comes through quickly. I like the way he plants himself. Look how close he is to the net on the first volley. He's about 3 feet from the net. And the guy's 6 feet 2.
Well, he's got great confidence in that backhand volley, as you mentioned, Donald. He hits it way out in front of him. Good, solid shot. It's 3-all, second set.
15.
Clean ace, wide.
You know, Barry, I think this crowd is almost numbed because there's so many shots being made. You know, one after, there's 2 winners back-to-back there. Backhand volley for game point by Edberg, a service ace by Lendl, first point around. And they're just such a high level of shot making.
Well, the pace is unbelievable. They're both hitting out. Deep shot off the Edberg backhand. Lendl missing.
15.
So now Edberg with just a glimmer of hope here to break serve. 15-all. I always like to win a point early on the other guy's serve, Donald. Kind of bolstered your confidence.
Gives you a lift.
Yeah, you said maybe this is it. This is my game to break. Edberg ready.
Never understand how these players wear watches when they play. That always confuses me. All the Europeans do it, and some of the Americans.
They get paid a little bit to do that too, don't they?
No, they don't tie it to wearing it during a match most cases. They've got to wear it off the court. But remember, Arthur Ashe used to wear a watch every time he played 10 years ago, and it used to drive me nuts. Edberg played a perfect point there, kept the ball very deep from the baseline, and then got a little opening on a short ball from Lendl. And Lendl way out of court there. Now watch, Edberg's going to attack the forehand side. Lendl much more confident there, but was late.
Forced him back too. Lendl had to retreat on that forehand.
This is a great depth coming in.
Big chance here now for Edberg. Lendl down, 15-30. 3 games all, second set. Lendl with the first set. 7-6. Look at that crowd. And when he has to, Lendl in deep with the first serve. Was a mighty big point, Donald. 15-30 down. 3-all.
Edberg unhappy. He knows the opportunity was lost. Now it's tougher.
Lendl content just to keep the ball in play there, waited for the Edberg error. (40-30).
Juice.
Lendl very comfortable here, just staying on the baseline. Edberg trying to attack. And look at the little angle. Lendl makes a good volley. I mean, a good shot cross court. Edberg a better volley. He's right there with the backhand. I don't understand why Lendl doesn't go more down the line against the Edberg volley on the forehand. Forehand volley is a lot weaker.
Well, Edberg kept that approach so low, Donald, on that spin.
Ace.
Clean ace down the center.
Edberg doesn't like the call. Hard to tell from up here.
Watch it from this angle. This is the camera directly underneath the net. Well, it was good wide. Definitely inside that center service line.
From here. The camera doesn't lie, as they say.
That is a great shot. That really is a wonderful angle. Something we haven't seen before today. You see that camera directly underneath the center net. Oh, it's wide, but he gets it. Edberg hit a ball that looked like it was in the alley.
Crowd responding to the great play. Here comes Edberg. Now watch here. Makes a little half volley there. Lendl coming in, and Edberg plays a ball that would have been wide, but he hits for a winner anyway. He had to cover it, he felt, and he does.
Great anticipation by Stefan Edberg. We are back to deuce. 3-all, second set. Oh, and it stays in. Edberg looked like he started in on this point right here.
Now Lendl suddenly comes in. Edberg with a little chip floater. Gets it low, but look at the wrist action. Lendl not only covers that, look, he gets down under it, but he blocks it hard enough with his body weight that it carries deep, and it's perfect. That's a tough shot.
It's a great shot by Lendl there. Very difficult shot, and Edberg thought he was going to drop volley and start it in. He caught him. Game point for Lendl. Clean winner off the forehand. Edberg caught Lendl running to his right.
Neither player looking tired at all, and they've been going at it for nearly an hour and a half. Edberg on the dead run just flicks at that ball, and he hits an absolute winner. He's sort of laughing at this. He's out of court. Now watch. He just runs to the spot, and on the dead run, he just lunges at it. He's dead. He's out of court now, and look at the arm. He is so excited. Lendl can only watch that ball go whizzing by him. He can't quite believe it.
Lendl not happy, and we are at break point here for Stefan Edberg.
Deathly silent here. Edberg has it right where he wants it, a second serve.
And there it is, a service break for Stefan Edberg, and so Edberg leads now in the second set, 4-3. Lendl won the first, 7-6.
Introducing the 1988 Nissan Pulsar NX, now more powerful than ever. The car for people who know where they're going and want to get there sooner. Nissan Pulsar NX. Built for the most important race of all. The human race.
Stefan Edberg ready to serve now in the 8th game of the second set. He has the break. He leads 4-3. Great game in that last game as Edberg hit a tremendous backhand past Lendl. And Lendl comes right back. First point. Drills the backhand return.
Love 15.
Watch Edberg coming in quickly.
It's caught.
Well, he had no clue on that one. It was at his feet, and he wasn't ready. He's just not as confident on that forehand volley, either the half volley or the front of it.
That's the famous no man's land that everybody talks about in tennis. That ball hit virtually on the service line, and Edberg tried to hit the half volley. It got behind him. He's down. Love 15. Oh, that's a great point.
Great play by Lendl, using the whole court with that high lob.
Love 13.
Beautiful defense, as you mentioned, Donald. Lendl stretched out, got the lob back in play, gave himself time to get back in the point, and so right away now, Lendl comes right back to put the pressure on Edberg. It's love 30. Good solid first serve when he needs it.
15, 13.
Tony Pickard looking a little concerned. Smile, Tony.
Yeah, it doesn't look real relaxed, does he?
Your man's ahead. Enjoy it while you can here. Edberg again with the first serve.
The statistician from TBS just told us that Edberg's been serving at 62% here of the first serves. That's very high for a guy serving this hard.
So from love 30 down, Stefan Edberg now even, 30 all. Trying to go up 5-3. He has the break. And again, the good low backhand volley forces the error off the Lendl backhand. It's 40-30. There it is. Game for Stefan Edberg. He holds serve. And so Edberg now 5-3.
Edberg leads.
Second set.
5-3.
I'm not too happy.
Love the way this crew here gets the facial expressions right after the rallies of each player. They're on them.
3-5. Lendl serving. Lendl keeping that ball in play from the backcourt. 15 love. Now right here, if you're Edberg, Donald, you'd love to break again to start serving in the third on your own serve. You are not content just to let Lendl hold, right?
No, not at all. You like to start and be ahead. The third set, you open with your own serve. That's a big edge, psychologically.
Edberg hits out on the forehand, but over hits it. 30 love. Lendl slashing with that backhand.
See this shot here. Edberg with a return that's short. And look at the Lendl follow through. That's where the power comes from. He catches it early, cracks it, and then finishes high, keeping it in court. And he slices that serve there.
A clean winner, and so Ivan Lendl is not out of this match or this set. Wins it at love. It is 5-4. Edberg leading second set. Let's pause now for a word from your local cable systems.
I haven't seen a lineup like this in years. But they're here for a different reason. How's it going? Busy. And this is it, the new NGK V-Power spark plug, the first really new spark plug design in decades. The V design means quicker starts, improved engine performance, and increased fuel economy. I recommend V-Power plugs with no hesitation for any North American car, truck, or van. My wife's going to have to wait until I finish my customers' cars.
V-Power, more power to you.
Stefan Edberg ready to serve now for the second set. He leads it 5-4 with the service break, trying to get even at a set apiece. He lost the first 7-6 to Ivan Lendl. It's wide.
Lendl really attacks that backhand, and he's a little late. But doesn't compromise at all when he has time.
Lendl again looking over at those still photographers. There must be 50 or 60 to his left. Oh, hits the top of the net, drops back.
15.
Lendl got a break on a ball like that earlier.
Concentration of Edberg on that first serve. The ball's very low at his feet, and he misses it into the net. You can see from the face.
15 all. Lendl hitting out on the backhand, over hits it. And so now Stefan Edberg 2 points away, 30-15. Wide. Big serve there from Edberg.
On the second.
14-15.
Edberg right now poised to win this second set. And we'll be at 1 set all here if he can hold.
Double set point, 40-15 for Edberg. Boy, he took a big chance on that second serve. He's on it, and there it is.
6 games to 4.
Stefan Edberg holds serve. He wins the second set.
Watch the set point here. Lendl with a high return puts him on the defense, and look at Edberg covering that ball so easily. Lendl completely out of court on that second shot. And you're seeing why these two are 1 and 2 in the world. 1 on your right, 2 on the left. And they're dead even here as they start the third set.
This has been quality tennis right from the start. Lendl to serve now. First game, third set.
Love 15.
Lendl continually straightening those strings. Love 15. Oh, yes.
And Lendl made 2 great saves, and Edberg made a third better shot. Now watch them both at the net here. Edberg with the forehand sets up and then has the second shot. Boy, he has good quick hands.
Almost looked like a doubles point. Both players closing in. Quick volley rally. And now Lendl in instant trouble. Down love 30. Clean ace.
You sure don't want to lose serve here at the beginning of this third set if you're Lendl.
He gets an awful lot of angle on that wide first serve, doesn't he, Donald, with the spin? A little reminiscent of Arthur Ashe's first serve.
He slices around it, comes around it real sharply, and he catches you off balance.
15-30.
Occasionally he'll topspin it. He'll bounce it high on the backhand side, the out court. He slices it in the deuce court.
Second serve.
Here's the kicker.
Yes.
And look at the opening score here in the first game.
15-14.
Lendl under tremendous pressure here. Edberg keeping the ball deep. And watch here. Edberg gets a short ball. What does he do? He goes for an outright winner. Boom.
That was perfectly hit. Timed it just great. And so now Edberg with a big chance. Double break point. 15-40. Long.
Lendl escapes one. This would be a terrible start for Ivan Lendl. Lose his opening serve. Edberg would really be confident.
Still break point here. 30-40.
Look at the facial expressions of Lendl. He's under great pressure.
Now will Lendl try the big serve here, or will he take a little bit off?
I would think he'd spin it in. I'd get that first ball and spin it to the backhand. Goes for the ace down the center.
Third in. Oh, and he's got the easy sitter backhand volley, hits it into the tape.
For all you club players out there watching, that's the real world. Edberg coming in, and he's got control of the net. He's got the high backhand. That's his favorite shot. Lendl's out of court. And look, he leaves the ground completely bare. He misses the volley.
He is going to think about that all night if
that
he loses this match.
That was an easy sitter for him.
Big point.
And Lendl out of court. Couldn't have gotten back for it. And now he's still alive at deuce.
Oh, he pulls it wide.
I don't understand that shot. Why try a winner like that?
And almost looked a little impatient, Donald, on that point. Of all times to go for a winner. Big point there. And so again, break point. Another chance for Edberg. First game, third set. Don't get too many high backhand volleys like that one he blew. Let first serve. Let court judge there to the very far right of your picture with his hand on the net. Just inside that single stake so he can feel the let cords. Moves around. Watch this.
He overruled.
Yep. Jerry Armstrong, let's listen. Lendl very unhappy with the call. Watch it one more time. Jerry Armstrong overruled that call on the forehand by Lendl. And so Edberg breaks serve. It's 1-love, third set.
In every home, there's something that's sticking, squeaking, or binding. That's why every home needs Wins Slick and Shine, the can that doesn't know the meaning of can't. Also, Slick and Shine shines and protects sporting equipment, electrical appliances, household items, leather goods, in fact, almost everything. Slick and Shine, the can that never says can't, by Wins.
Stefan Edberg ready to serve in the second game of the third set. He now has a service break on a huge call there at the end of that first game. Lendl's ball was out, overruled by Jerry Armstrong. Donald, that's one of those judgment calls. Was it close? I think it was close enough not to overrule.
Well, it's just the problem is when do you overrule again? What's the consistency level of the overrule? Edberg a little lucky there. The ball hit the top of the net, rolls over. But to overrule on a break point is a different kind of thing. Now watch here. Edberg just pops up. Look at that ball. Ooh.
Is that a great replay? Look at that ball stop.
Edberg apologizes, but he'll take it.
Everything going Edberg's way now. A good call and then a let cord, 15-love.
And now we will test the mettle of Ivan Lendl.
That one of the best let cord replays I've seen in a long time.
They caught it perfectly.
Beautiful camera work there.
Mr. Takano and his TBS crew. Lendl is very upset.
Look, kind of stuffed a ball there in the umpire's chair as he changed over after that first game. A very unhappy Ivan Lendl. 30-love. Edberg with the break. And Edberg back quickly, puts away the easy overhead. It's 40-love.
40-love.
Crowd here is glued to their seats. Nobody's moving.
Lendl, beautiful running forehand, passing shot down the line.
40-50.
Lendl steps out, plays that little punch down the line, and now he's got plenty of time there and just goes with his shot. Stays down, hooks it down the line.
He actually changed grips, Donald, that time without using the left hand.
Exactly.
Great racket work by Lendl. 40-15. Just wide. Edberg opening up now. He's got the confidence going. He's got the break. Again, Lendl with the good return of serve. Sets it all up.
40-30.
He's probably thinking to himself right there, ooh, if I hadn't gotten that bad call.
Well, he's thinking, I got to get a break back now just to get even. And in order to win, I've got to break him twice. And that is a monumental job against this Swede who's serving bullets.
40-30. Oh, and another great return from Ivan Lendl.
So from 40-love down, he hits 3 really beautiful plays.
Well, this crowd being treated to some of the best tennis of the year here. 2 top players in the world going at it. Edberg trying to stay on his toes. Has the break. quickly for the short overhead, puts it away easily.
Advantage Edberg.
Lendl asking about the serve call. Lendl and Jerry Armstrong in the chair with an ongoing feud. And so Edberg holds serve. It's 2-love. Third set.
See, Barry, you saw a microcosm of the whole problem right there. Lendl's furious about the overrule on the break point a game earlier, and he said there at the 30 love, why didn't you overrule the serve there at the deuce point rather? He thought the serve was fault. Lendl now holds up new balls, but the point is it's now preying on his mind, and Lendl's worrying about it and thinking about it, and the basic reason is Edberg's playing so well, he knows he's got to come way back.
It's good. That'll go wide. Lendl 15-love. Next week, USA's continuing coverage of big league tennis around the world heads for Antwerp, Belgium, halfway around the world for the European Community Championships. You'll see it at 8 p.m. November 1st, Sunday night, Eastern Time, and then again Monday at 11 p.m. on USA. The European Community Championships. Some pretty good players lined up for that tournament, I believe.
Good field. Barry Lendl will be there. McEnroe, Noah, Belander. They'll all be playing for the top 5.
Yannick Noah trying to make a comeback. How's he feeling physically?
Well, he took, about 3 months off, didn't play at all, came back a week ago and won Basel, which was a regular series Grand Prix tournament. So he's pretty confident, and he's looking forward to playing there and then Paris. And he's right now on a tour of France for the Hunger Project, playing tennis matches all over France with Chesnikov, the Russian player, and all proceeds are going to their Hunger Project that his mother's very involved in.
Back at the Seiko here is Ivan Lendl, still unhappy with calls. Down 30-15. Let's listen.
Says the ball was clearly on the line. Lendl's going to let that call bother him throughout this set, and if it does, it'll cost him the set.
Well, these are huge points now, Donald. He's down a break, down 15-30. He can ill afford to go down 2 service breaks here in the third set. Edberg handles the low volley well, puts the overhead away.
Well, you said it, Barry. If Edberg can win this point, he goes up 3-love, 2 breaks. Now right here, Edberg pounds the volley. Good depth. Lendl goes with a topspin lob, is way short, and just Edberg pounds it into the open court.
Double break point now for Edberg. 15-40 as Lendl misses that first serve. Big pressure now on Ivan Lendl.
Edberg took a chance there and whacks it over the baseline. That was about 3 feet.
I'm amazed at the way he played that point.
God, what a gigantic point, and he just seemed to flick it away.
Well, gets out of 1 break point, still down 30-40. And a second break point for Stefan Edberg to go up 3-love here in the third set. And where before Lendl was able to crack those big first serves, and now his first serve failing him. Good. Yes, Lendl.
Boy, this is marvelous tennis here. Lendl with great depth now. He's got the second forehand, and he just bangs it home.
It's amazing to knock off a winner from the baseline on break point down. Lendl does it. It's deuce. That first serve. This is such a good shot. Shows you that ball out wide to the forehand. Oh, Edberg again misses the backhand volley.
Well, he's missed a couple of those balls, Barry, where he gets right to the position he wants. He earns it hard, and then he misses that little volley. It's the third one that's really hurt him in this match. He goes up 3-love. This set is history.
Oh, he's got to be thinking.
And Lendl is now scrambling back here from 15-40 down. He's won 3 points. Taking
Advantage.
Plenty of time.
Lendl's advantage. Oh, and Edberg comes over it into the net, and so Ivan Lendl, after being down 15-40, pulls that game out. It's Edberg leading 2-1 in the third.
Edberg leads.
You got hockey with great saves, football with big plays, boxing, tennis, TSN, you got it.
TSN keeps serving up television's best tennis coverage. And next on the list is the Paris Open Indoor Tennis Championships. Count on the top names in tennis to be there. Men's semifinal action is Saturday, November the 7th at 4:30, and the final is live Sunday morning at 8:30 Eastern.
TSN, now you got it all.
Ivan Lendl moving over after a very, very shaky game. Looks up at the crowd here and tries to settle down early in the third set. This match now 1 hour and 57 minutes old. It's a Sunday afternoon here in Tokyo. A little after 3 p.m. as Stefan Edberg readies to serve in the fourth game of the third set. He leads 2-1 with the service break. And Donald, matches don't get much better than this. That was really dramatic as Lendl in big trouble in that last game. Down 15-40, somehow got out of it.
Boy, Edberg missed that volley, which really hurt him. But Lendl's got to be thinking, Barry, one, that he's got to break twice to win. Remember that, twice, not once. And two, every game that Edberg holds, the chances of that get less mathematically.
Absolutely.
And Lendl knows that. So we really have a dramatic situation developing here. Edberg has not beaten Lendl in a major tournament in well over a year.
Well, I think the last time at the Australian, when he won it, he beat Lendl in the semifinal, and that perhaps his last win over Ivan Lendl.
I think that win was in 1985, the first time Edberg won the tournament. Maybe wrong on that, but it certainly has been a long time this year. The U.S. Open, Edberg lost in the semifinals to Mats Wilander in a very long 4-set match, and Lendl beat Connors in the other semifinals.
Edberg serving up 30-love. And surprisingly again, the easy forehand volley into the net. Edberg has missed several easy volleys. Watch it one more time here.
Lendl with the high return. It was not a tough shot. Edberg with the forehand into the net. A little bit careless. Ball was sitting up high for him. It's unusual.
Miss hit. Lendl off the wood there. Well, I think there's a tendency when you volley against Ivan Lendl, because he is so dangerous off the ground, that you maybe try and put a little bit too much on the volley. And I think Edberg perhaps does that sometimes against Lendl on big points. 40-15. Just wide. And so Stefan Edberg holds serve. He leads 3-1. Final set.
Edberg leads 3 games.
Lendl won the first set 7-6. Edberg came back to win the second 6-4. And now Ivan Lendl serving, but in big trouble here in the third set. Down a service break to one of the best servers in the game, Stefan Edberg. Starting to miss more first serves, Donald. He was hitting that first serve solid early in the match. As we look at the Edberg return a serve stance.
Lendl from out of position, way deep on the baseline, cracks the cross court. It's the shot he likes the best on the backhand side. Now watch here. Edberg's going to come in on it. The ball is not that deep. Lendl has a moment, and it's an absolutely perfect shot. I want to know who you like at this point in the match, okay?
I kind of like Edberg at this point, if he can just hang in. The only thing that scares me about Edberg as we watch a clean ace is his concentration. I just wonder whether he has that finishing kick.
We shall see.
Billie Jean King has that favorite expression of hers. You have to be able to finish. That's her big word, finish. It's a good word in this game. Just wide. You see that linesman at the upper part of your picture there, way out behind Edberg, having a look in at that sideline.
I think you can finish the match and not win it. You got to win the match.
Well, that's what she means. Oh, just hits the top of the net. Maybe a cheap game here for Lendl. He'd like to pick up an easy game on his own serve.
Sure would.
Rest up a little bit.
Good point.
40 love. Clean ace as Lendl unloads the first serve, and so Ivan Lendl holds serve. It's 3-2. Edberg leading in the third.
Leads 3-2.
We'll be back after these messages from your local cable systems.
When the people who developed Woolmanized pressure-treated wood and labeled every piece with a guarantee, when these same wood protection experts put their good Woolman name on a line of solid and semi-transparent wood stains with water repellent and long-lasting color, the smart thing to do is look into it.
Back at Yoyogi Stadium for the finals of the Seiko Super Tennis, and what a match it is as we look at the two top players in the world. On the right, Stefan Edberg getting ready to serve, leading 3-2 in the third set against the #1 player in the world, Ivan Lendl. Edberg to serve, 3-2. Good serve and volley.
15.
I'd like to see Lendl change his style just slightly here, and he's pounding these balls at Edberg. He missed the volley there. I'd like to see him lob a couple times, because if he gets a short ball, Edberg comes in so close that you could catch him a couple times. He broke him in the first set on a lob over his head.
It's the last time we've seen him try that topspin lob. Long time ago.
See, like right there, I'd rather see him throw up a lob than try that hard angle.
30-15.
Edberg is all over the net. He's improved a lot, Bear. I didn't think he could play this well with Lendl. I hadn't seen him since the Open, and the lander cut him up pretty good on slow cement.
Yes, Edberg again moving well, covered that forehand volley. That was not an easy shot.
Yeah, Lendl did try the lob, but it was short.
40-15.
Very short.
Well, you're right. Edberg is moving better laterally up there at the net. He's covering balls like that return right there extremely well. 40-15 now. Big first serve. And so Stefan Edberg holds serve. He leads 4-2 in the third set. Watch the motion again.
Boy, what a high toss and long backswing as he really arches his back. We talk about that a lot, but if you watch him closely, not only arches it, but he turns his shoulders as he hits the serve, and that really is what helps him, the rotation of the shoulders.
Lendl with a clean backhand put away.
15.
Tell you what, you give Ivan Lendl a short ball these days and it's gone. He does not mess around with those short ground strokes. 15 love. Oh, it's going to go way wide.
30.
Lapse there in concentration from Edberg.
He didn't come through that ball at all. Very late.
30 love. And another slice serve off to the right. So Lendl quickly to 40 love. And these are the games late in a match when you love to hold your serve easy. Get a little breather and get ready for that next big game. Left first serve.
Edberg crowds that net whenever he can get in. And they'll let up just a moment there, and Edberg races in here. Watch the second shot. Immediately sees the depth, and he realizes he had Lendl out of position there, so he came in behind it, snuck up there quickly. He has become much more intelligent as a player the last 12 months. Young Stefan Edberg, 21.
Lendl still leading, up 40-15. This is his second serve.
Pressure mounting on Lendl's serve here. Like to close it out.
But he had 40 love. Looked like he was going to win an easy game, and suddenly now Edberg right back in it. 40-30 Lendl. Edberg taking a chance on that approach shot.
Right here, Edberg with the forehand volley. That's not his favorite shot, but he makes it awfully good there. He just came under that ball, the little slice, kept it low.
Yeah, good touch there on that forehand volley. It's deuce.
And Lendl much better off when he's aggressive. He's been winning many more points attacking today than trying to rally. And you see, he cracks that first serve with a good wrist. Now he's got the forehand. This is his favorite shot. Notice how high the ball bounced there. That was shoulder high, perfect for him.
Advantage Lendl.
Oh.
And a clean ace for Ivan Lendl.
Skipped off the line, Barry. That was a big game to come back.
And so Lendl holds serve. It's 4-3, third set. Edberg leading.
Hi, I'm Joanne Carner. You know, there used to be 2 ways to lower your golf score. Practice and play a lot of golf. But now there's a third. It's my new video cassette, Keys to Great Golf. It's 90 minutes of terrific instruction that you'll want to use over and over again. In it, I show you how to hit the ball farther and play better than you ever thought you could. I'll teach you to be super accurate with your irons, to hit a slice and a hook around a tree, to get out of bunkers so easily you'll want to hit in there all the time. In fact, I'll show you how to take 10 strokes off your score. So come on, give us a call.
Order Keys to Great Golf today. Call 1-800-268-6365. Only $79.95 plus $3.50 for insured shipping. Please specify VHS or Beta. Have your credit card ready. And call now 1-800-268-6365 and ask for operator 5692.
Back at Yoyogi Stadium as that huge scoreboard at one end of this beautiful arena tells the story. Ivan Lendl with the first set, 7-6. Edberg back to win the second, 6-4. And Stefan Edberg leading 4-3 in the third as he comes over to serve here in the finals at Yoyogi Stadium. Not an empty seat in the house, 11,800 strong, watching the world's 2 best players square off here in this great final. And Edberg starts off with a double fault, and a costly double fault, especially at this point in the match. You do not want to start off your serve and get down love 15.
The other thing, Barry, as you're saying about his concentration, that's really a key here. How does he react under pressure?
It's the one area that just scares me a little bit about Edberg. Can he stay concentrating against the best player in the world in a tight situation like he's in right now?
Can he keep the pressure on as he has the break?
Lendl unloads again. And so now a big chance for Ivan Lendl. Love 30. It's wide. Good. Oh, yes.
You will not see a better point, Barry, right there than this one. And if Lendl wins this point, he goes up 40 love. Now look at Edberg. Out of the court, look what he does. Makes a fantastic shot. Lendl saves the second. Look at Edberg. Covering the volley. Now watch the angle here. He's completely out of court. Lendl's at the net. And he makes a marvelous recovery there down the line. Now he comes in, quick hands there. Beautiful concentration. He would have been down love 40, triple break point here. Instead, it's at 15-30. It's a whole new game.
That point had it all. Edberg, 15-30. Just wide. Ooh. A miss hit from Lendl on that return of serve. The ball floated high. Edberg crunched the forehand volley away. It's 30-all. Oh, I don't believe it.
Lendl doesn't believe it either.
He hit two balls as hard as he could. Watch it now. He goes right at Edberg twice, and Edberg saves it. Watch it here. Right at him. Edberg saves one. Again, right at him. He saves the second. And he has that lob.
40-30.
What a point, Barry.
That was unbelievable. With two reflex volleys, Edberg, I don't think, believed that he got the second one himself. It was so quick. He just felt it hit his racket. And now, advantage Edberg. Clean ace.
And how big that love 30-point looms in Lendl's mind. Because Edberg from love 30 down was with a lob over his head. There's Tony Picard, his coach, sitting there wondering.
Well, those were huge points for Edberg. Those reflex volleys. Lendl's got to be wondering right now, what do I have to do to win a point? Lendl serving, down 3-5. Big first serve.
15-9.
I kind of hope Lendl holds serve here because I want to see what Edberg does serving at 5-4.
Lendl kind of hopes too.
He kind of hopes so too.
He's going to be thinking about that lob over Edberg's head. Love 30 for the next 3 nights if he loses this match. That's the kind of point you always remember.
No, Lendl missing with the backhand. Staying back on the second serve. It's 15-all. Edberg now 3 points away from this championship.
That 8th game, Barry, of the match here was about as exciting as we're going to see a tennis particular situation.
Oh, that was great stuff. Great stuff, as they say in England. 15-all.
Ace. Number 8 for Lendl.
$30-15. Lendl thought that ball was wide on the sideline. He won the point anyway. It's 40-15. That's wide, and so Lendl holds serve. It's 5-4, Edberg leading. When we come back, Edberg will be serving for the match.
There's 10 good reasons why now you've got it all on TSN. The NFL is here. Pro football never looked so good. From preseason games to 8 Sunday night battles and the season finale Pro Bowl. Major League Baseball with more games than any network, featuring the Toronto Blue Jays and Montreal Expos. The National Hockey League battles here with weekly games from the world's fastest sport. East-West showdowns from the Canadian Football League, including the annual Shenley Awards. Championship auto racing from around the world. Or Grand Slam tennis events that follow the best in the business. Golf tournaments, PGA, LPGA, and Seniors Tour. You'll see exclusive coverage of the Canadian Soccer League and the Championship Final.
Plus, there's a library of magazine shows to keep you informed. And 5 times daily, the TSN Sports Desk to keep you up to date in the world of sports. 10 good reasons why we say TSN!
Now you got it all!
Here's the trophy. Stefan Edberg is 1 game away from walking off with the 87 Seiko Super Tennis trophies. Sit at courtside as Edberg gets ready to serve here at 5-4 in the 3rd set. What a match this has been. It has been beautiful tennis. Let first serve. This crowd absolutely hushed.
Lendl really has to dig deep now. He's had lots of opportunities, just barely to get to that break, but never got the break point.
And first point to Edberg. He's charged up. You saw him clench his fist there.
15 love.
Edberg, 15 love, 3 points away. Big first serve. Edberg running around now.
Yeah, he's all pumped up, and it's slipping away from the world champion Ivan Lendl.
This would be a big upset in today's game. Current standings, current form, and Edberg deserving every bit of it. I didn't think he could play that well, Barry.
Well, he has put it together. He's sustained. Second serve now. Brief announcement there. Interrupted play momentarily. Oh, yes.
Not a bad little shot. Woo!
Lendl.
Edberg made a great volley
Oh,
there
he
to
did.
save it, and he could go up 40 love here.
30-15.
And Lendl just smacked it home. Great determination. And let's see if Edberg can get a first serve. That will determine this game, the first serve.
30-15. Tried a big serve out wide.
Lendl made a marvelous shot, Barry. I was amazed that Edberg covered that so well.
He guessed right. He conceded down the line completely.
We have arrived at match point for Stefan Edberg. 40-15, double match point.
Edberg very nervous. He's walking around here in circles. He really wants to get this point over, and he will sprint into that net.
And there it is. Game, set, and match. Stefan Edberg. A very unhappy Ivan Lendl and an exuberant Stefan Edberg, who has just won the Seiko Super Tennis Championship.